Phil Heath at the 2015 Mr. Olympia versus Víctor Martínez at the 2007 Mr. Olympia. The 2015 Mr. Olympia was one of Phil's better shows, as he came powerful to respond to the criticism he received after his show in 2014 when he appeared on stage with a bloated stomach. Víctor, who finished second to Jay Cutler, was widely considered the 2007 uncrowned Mr. Olympia, bringing his best physique ever. I've made tons of videos about Phil from 2011, 12 and 13, and thought it would be nice to show Phil in 2015 for a change. The front double biceps shows that Víctor has the wider chest and lats and hits the more impressive V-taper. Phil does not hit the pose comfortably due to his narrow structure. Phil, however, has the better separated arms and the more massive and conditioned thighs. Phil's conditioning overall is better, and we will see that in the upcoming poses. They both do not hit the best front lat spread out there. Phil's narrow structure prevents him from spreading his lats, but he obviously has the more shredded and better ripped physique. Víctor might be wider in the chest and the shoulders areas, but his pose looks really strange and turns his upper physique into a big ball. Phil's thighs are more massive and better ripped, and flow better in the outer quads with visible striations. They both hit an impressive side chest pose, making use of their powerful chest, shoulders and arms. I like the shape of Víctor's chest more, but Phil has the better rounded shoulders, and we will see that in the back poses. Phil's thighs and glutes are better ripped and striated. Here is another shot which shows the difference in Phil's standing between the pre-judgment and the finals. Although Víctor looks very aesthetic, he fails to match Phil's conditioning in the striated glutes, ripped thighs, and superior hamstrings. Phil easily wins the back double biceps with his superior 3D back. His unmatched rounded shoulders show in this pose, as they perfectly connect with his massive traps and stacked lats. Phil's arms flow better with the balance between the biceps peak and the triceps. They both have ripped hamstrings and glutes, but Phil still has the superior conditioning overall. The rear lat spread shows that Víctor has the wider lats, while Phil has the more ripped and conditioned back. Phil has always confronted those who are wider in the lats area, such as Big Ramy, Dennis Wolf, and Rolly Winkler, and always won the back poses due to his superior conditioning. Notice how shredded Phil's back is with his massive traps that extend from his neck towards his lower back. Notice the insanely striated glutes that can only be matched by Ronnie's glutes. Víctor might be wider, but Phil's conditioning was unmatched that year. Phil hits one of the most impressive side triceps nowadays, making use of his genetically gifted triceps with visible striations. The rounded shaped shoulders, arms and forearms add to the intimidation of his pose. Víctor hits a very impressive pose, showing his powerful triceps along with his ripped shoulders, rounded chest and tight midsection. But Phil has the superior triceps and arms overall. Phil that year managed to bring a better midsection than the year before. His stomach was tighter, and it shows in almost all the poses, especially the abs and thighs. I never liked Víctor's pose. He might be having the more symmetrical six-pack abs, but Phil's conditioning was better with his more shredded midsection, along with his massive, better conditioned and separated quads. Even when showing Víctor hitting the pose next to Jay and Dexter Jackson, who finished third, you can see that Dexter arguably had the best abs, while Jay had the best quads in this pose. Víctor hits a very aesthetic and proportional most muscular. Notice the perfect balance between his chest, shoulders and arms. Although Phil has the smaller chest, his incredible traps, shoulders, arms and forearms overshadow those of Víctor. This pose is about showing the maximum amount of muscularity, and Phil looks more dominant with his pyramid-shaped traps, explosive shoulders and phenomenal arms. So Víctor would win the front double biceps and the front lat spread, but this would be debatable because I don't like the way he looks in the front lat spread, while Phil would win the side chest, the back double biceps, the side triceps and the most muscular. Víctor wins the lats width in the rear lat spread, but Phil wins the conditioning with his superior rib traps, lats, hamstrings and glutes. Phil, in my opinion, would also win the abs and thighs for having the better ripped and cut abs and the superior quads. Let me know what you think about this matchup, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.